Krishna, Prabhuji. My pranam to you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvad pranams Mataji. So good to hear you. I hope you are doing well, Mataji.
Yes, getting on there. Yes, all well.
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Adi, how are you?
I'm nice. How are you?
Very nice. So good to see you. Very bol. Now after looking you, I'm even much better. And we got Mihit with us, and we got Jay with us. Hare Krishna. And I haven't checked my mobile yet. I hope Ishan will join, because Ishan is one of our regulars. But what we will do, we shall start with Mangalacharan and we shall resume back to our... Okay, Ishan has joined, which is great. Hare Krishna, Ishan.
Namaskar, Prabhuji.
Namaste. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Ajay. So good to hear from you. I hope
ईशान बहुत टायर्ड है, इसके लिए बोला कि हम ही सुन लेते हैं आज.
हरी बोल. कोई नहीं प्रभु जी, बिल्कुल. Even though today's class is going to be a bit special because kids, they have prepared something, but of course it's getting recording, so recording will be available later, so Ishan can catch up tomorrow morning. No worries. Hari bol.
Yeah, he just came from this Dukes of Edinburgh training something in the school.
Oh yes. I've heard it's very hard. Yes. Okay. No worries. Good.
Hello.
Hare Krishna, Mihit.
Hello. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So
हेलो भैया, आज ये मिहित ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं.
हम
बिजी रहते हैं ऑलवेज.
और परोक्ष रूप से वरुण जी, मैं भी हूँ परोक्ष रूप से.
आज पूरी फैमिली है बैकग्राउंड में.
हरे कृष्णा, क्या बात है. होना भी ऐसा चाहिए. जो कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस है, ये है ही पूरी फैमिली के लिए, कि जब हम भक्ति करें तो पूरी फैमिली इकट्ठे ही करें. हरि. वेरी नाइस. वेलकम एवरीवन. Hare Krishna. All right, so let's do the Mangala Charan, and then we shall resume back to our session today. So feel free, join me if you like for Mangala Charan. Ajnana-tirandasya jnana-jarajalakhaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai
Shri Guru Namaha.
Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Tadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham
Shri Guru
Shri Yudapadkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadhvetam Savadutam Jana Sahitam Ishtade Tanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gorangi Radhe Vrindavani Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripal Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaurabhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev Maharaj ki jai, Vrind ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhesha. Hare Krishna. Adi, you are so nice. You are such an inspiration for all of us. We, most of the time, especially adults, we always hesitate. But because you've been here with us for so long, and this language itself, being Sanskrit, could be a bit hard if you are not familiar with it, but you try so nicely, and your efforts, they are so much appreciable. And I'll tell you a very quick story. I think we covered it in the past. There was a time where Lord Rama, he needed to cross the ocean to reach Lanka to get his wife Mother Sita back. But the ocean is full of water and nobody could walk on water. So there was a need to build a bridge. So then somehow they figured out that they could put the name of the Lord Rama on the stone, and then they can put those big stones, big rocks on the water, and then they can make a bridge. So Hanumanji is so strong. Hanumanji picked up so big rocks and he put it there. Now you would know between two rocks, there's a little bit of gap. Now there was a very small squirrel. Yes, do you know this story?
No, but I have a question.
Oh, you have a question
Why
already.
does Hanuman
Great.
fly across it instead of place on stones?
Oh, yes. Yeah, well, it was Hanumanji was the only one who could fly. So Ravan, he had the aeroplane. So he had the plane with him, so he could fly. And Hanumanji was so powerful, he could fly because he's the son of wind. So he could fly. But other monkeys, they could not fly. And they needed to go with Lord Rama. And Lord Rama could go, but he didn't want to leave his army of monkeys there. So that's why there was a need to build the bridge. Now, what happened when Hanumanji was putting so huge rocks?
But what Hanuman, he could, what if the monkeys could have jumped on it? He could have enlarged himself, and the monkeys would have jumped on his back, and they should have flew.
Yes, but imagine if Hanumanji would have done it for thousands of monkeys. Every time he would take a couple of monkeys, he would fly, and then he will come back, and then he will fly, and then drop them there on the other side, come back. He would be.
I meant all of them at once.
All of them at once. Well, maybe Hanumanji could have done it. I have no doubts Hanumanji would have done it. But if Hanumanji had done it, then I wouldn't be able to tell this story which I'm about to tell you. So if there was no need to build a bridge, then I wouldn't be able to tell you this story. And this story is so nice. This story is so inspiring that this story always reminds me of you, right? So what happened? Hanumanji put such big rocks there, but between the rocks, there was a little bit of gap, and there was a little squirrel. And what she was doing, have you seen a squirrel? So tiny hands. So with her hands, she was pushing a bit of sand between the rocks. And Hanumanji said, what are you doing? She said, well, I'm building the bridge. And Hanumanji started laughing. Come on, look at the rocks we monkeys are putting. And what are you doing? You're just scratching. And she said, no, I'm not scratching. I am putting the sand in between the rocks. And Lord Rama heard that conversation. And then Lord Rama came out and he said, so he was behind the tree, he came out and he said, Hanuman, it's actually not the result, but the efforts which pleases me. So for me, your big rocks and the little sand of the squirrel, they are the same because both of you are doing it for me, right? So it's the efforts, the pure love which Lord sees rather than how much we have done. It's not how much we have done, but whatever little we have managed to do, we have done it from pure heart. This is the concept of today's class because we are going to conclude chapter 2, right? And chapter 2 is the summary of the whole Bhagavad-Gītā. And today is a very special class because we are going to do some role plays. Let's see what that entails. Great.
What is
Yes.
role play?
What is role play? Role play, I'm thinking, shall I explain you now or shall I let you experience it?
Let me explain it.
Okay, correct. Okay, I will let you experience it. Role play, if you see the words, somebody will pretend to be somebody else or somebody will take a role. For example, when we watch movies, in the movies, one actor might become doctor. So he's not a real doctor, but he has taken the role of the doctor. So he's playing the role of the doctor or the lawyer, right? So this is what we call role play. But we will see. It's so interesting. We will see. Right.
I think I have an example for it that is related to Krishna.
Sure, please.
In one of the episodes, Little Krishna,
Yeah.
their Manu pretends to be Krishna for the in front of the girls,
Yeah.
and it was very funny.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree. Thank you so much for that, Adi. Great. So I'm flipping these slides very quickly because we have already done them. And very quickly. Sorry, Shivani, you would like to add something?
Yeah. If you're not using the slides, can you close them since I can't see any of the cameras because the slides are literally like
Okay. Well,
so I can't see
right.
everything.
Now we are going to use the slides. Okay. But yes, when we are not using the slides, then I will switch off the slides. This is what Shivani has just said. This is actually one of the best practices when we do presentations. So if we are using the slides, let's have the slides. If you're not using the slides, and it's actually a good. So I've done a training and that training says teachers training. And in that training, they explain you that it's not good to have the slide all the time. Sometimes we should switch off the slides. Right? And then we should be able to see each other. However, I can see all of you and the slide, but if you are on different devices, then you might not be able to. So currently we are going to use the slides, but I appreciate when I will stop the slides when I don't need to. Okay, great. So in chapter 2, which is the summary of the whole Bhagavad-Gītā, let me take the annotations away. Right. So chapter 2 is the summary of the whole Bhagavad-Gītā. In Bhagavad-Gītā, Krishna and Arjun, they are having the dialogue, the conversation, and Krishna has given different routes to Arjun, explaining that different people, different devotees, based on their past experiences, based on their gunas, their karmas, the life they have experienced, they take different routes. And today we are going to see all of them, right? So hopefully by the end of this class, you would know the difference between karma kanda, karma yoga or karma yogi. The one who does yoga is called yogi. So the one who follows karma yoga is called karma yogi. And Gyan yogi, Ashtang yogi is the chapter 6 of Bhagavad-Gītā. So we will leave this for now. and then Bhakti Yoga. So who is the Bhakti Yogi? So Karma Kandi, Karma Yogi, Gyan Yogi, Bhakti Yogis. These four we will see. When we will reach to chapter 6, we will see the difference in Ashtanga Yoga as well. But these four at least should be very, very, very clear today. And most of the time, when you will see devotees, they would be in one of those four. Very rare you see Ashtanga Yogi. Most of the time, you would see devotion. When devotees are there, they follow one of these four practices. And then what Krishna explains. And hopefully you would be able to see the difference between all these four and which one is best out of these four, right? So I have the slides which I can show you, or I can quickly explain to you, right? We have briefly seen the Karma Kanda. In Karma Kanda, what we do, so Krishna has explained, in Karma Kanda, we do some rituals, some worship, and the whole purpose is the material gain. Material gain is the whole purpose, whether before we die or after we die. Sometimes a lot of elders, old people, just because they are about to die, they know they are going to die, they want to do some kind of sacrifices, because after death they don't want to come back on this planet, they want to go on higher planet, and heaven is one of them. So they want to do that. So that these kind of things, they come in Karma Kand. When you do some sacrifices, you do the worships just to get material gain, either before death or after death. And then we have what we call Karma Yoga. Now in Karma Yoga, the disciple, the student will be doing some kind of activities, and those will be good activities, but again to get something. Now remember the difference between these two. In the Karma Kanda, you're not really doing an action. You're doing some sacrifices, you're doing some rituals, but you're not doing good deeds. You're not helping anyone. You're just doing the sacrifices, rites, rituals, but you are not doing some actions. But here in Karma Yoga, you are doing some action. You are doing the good actions, but you have expectations that because I'm doing good things will happen to me. And this is the way Krishna explained to Arjun. And this is what we covered last week, that Arjun, you should fight. If you will fight and you will die, then you will go to heaven because you died following your prescribed duty. But if you will not die and you will win this battle, then you will enjoy on earth because you will be the king, or your brother will be the king and you will become the prince. You have the whole kingdom to yourself. But if you will not fight, then there are many bad things and you don't want all of them, right? And we discussed them as well. So if we are students, our prescribed duties is to study. So if we study, we might not get good marks, but at least we tried. We did our efforts because results are not in our hands. What we can do our efforts. And this is what it meant, that you might lose out sometimes, right? We play football and we don't win all the time. Not all the teams in the world, they win all the time. Doesn't really matter how good you are, but you do your efforts.
How is it possible that every team in the world will win? Because if one team is playing against another team, one will win and one will lose.
That's right. That's right. Yes. So what matters is efforts. Well, doesn't really matter how great you are.
So how can two teams win at the same time?
No, two teams can't win. But again, the definition of winning is different.
But
Maybe,
also, what if it was a draw?
Yeah, it could be a draw. And
In
this is also,
Mahabharata,
yes.
Arjuna and Duryash might have shot each other. So
Yes.
Arjun might have shot him and he shot him. Maybe.
Possible. Yes. Yeah. If you were the
They would
director,
shot.
trust me, are they? Yeah, these things could happen. But the definition of success is what we define. And who defines the definition of success? In Bhagavad-Gītā, Krishna clarifies to Arjun what is the success and what we should look forward for. And this is what we call, in Karma Yoga, we have Nishkam Karma Yoga, which is actually called, well, it's part of Buddhi Yoga, or later we call this Bhakti Yoga, devotion service, right? When we do something, but we don't expect anything in return, right? So Karma Kanda, when you do something, you're not really doing, you're just worshipping. You're doing some sacrifices. You're doing the prayers, you're doing the puja, but you're doing it to get good karma. In karma yoga, the normal karma yoga, you do good deeds, but you expect good things to happen to you. But Nishkam Karma Yoga, NKY, which could also be called Bhakti Yoga, you do good things, but you do it because this is your prescribed duty. You don't want anything in return. You don't have a desire that I'm doing this, so I should get something good. No. Well, we will see the examples and they will get very, very clear. All right, okay. Sankhya and Buddhi Yoga. We will come back to it. Now, I will make distinction between Jnana and Bhakti. Jnana is the knowledge. So when somebody would like to gain as much knowledge as possible, and sometimes the meditation, when there are many saints and sages, they go on the mountain, they go in the caves, whatever they have read, they would like to meditate on those things.
Oh, the sages, why do they have to go somewhere random? Can't they just stay in the house or a basement?
It's, yeah, the reason they like, usually there are many sages who stay in the town as well, but traditionally they used to go out. Reason being, they want detachment. They don't want to be attached with someone. For example, if I'm at home and I'm doing meditation, maybe
They can just go into the basement, right?
even in the basement, the problems could be there. Somebody might call you up. Well, it depends whether
But
you are.
But it can be super deep, like a super deep basement.
You're right. If you're super deep, then you don't need to go, because your house, your basement is as good as the mountain top or the deep down cave. You're right. I agree with you.
Or you can just lock the door.
You can just lock the door. If you locks in your house, good, great enough, I think you can do that as well. But the idea is the Gyanis will detach them from other things. They don't want to get involved. They will withdraw then. Yeah? Okay, great. So this is what we call Gyan Yoga. And we will do a little more on it. But then this is where devotees would like to read a lot, learn a lot, rather than doing. Their whole purpose is reading, understanding, analyzing, over-analyzing, and detaching themselves rather than doing things. Then we have the Bhakti Yoga. In Bhakti Yoga is what I was saying, NKY, Nishkam Karma Yoga. When you do things, and when you are doing it for Krishna, you're doing it for devotees, you're doing it as a service. You're not expecting anything in return, but you are doing it. It's action. So we have seen Karma Kanda, where you do worship and you expect material gains. The second, you do Karma Yoga, where you do good things to get good things. Then we have Jnana, where you try to get the knowledge, and you do mental speculation. You sit in meditation, you think a lot, and of course you have a lot of knowledge, because that's the whole point, and you analyze things. Then you have Bhakti Yoga, which is part of Karma Yoga, but it's called Nishkam Karma Yoga. Nishkam means you don't have desire while you're doing those karmas. You're doing those karmas because this is your service, right? So, and you can do that while doing anything and everything, whatever you're doing, right? Okay.
So whatever you're doing, sleeping. So even if you're sleeping, you can do it.
Even when you're sleeping, you could do that. Yes, because when you will go to the sleep, you have just finished the arti, and you have just cleaned.
Well, what if you are very sleepy and just exhausted and you cannot breathe?
Okay. Yes, there is a very nice topic which is called deep sleep.
Yeah.
And
if he's in deep sleep, then how will you do it?
If you are in deep sleep, how are you doing bhakti? Okay, there is a very, very, very deep, detailed topic called consciousness, right? So consciousness is where your thoughts are. If whatever you're doing, do you have a desire? Your thoughts are because you're doing to get something, or your desire, or basically the idea is to be desireless.
So in this way, you're desiring to sleep. Is it right?
Yes, and when you are in deep sleep, you don't have any.
You're desiring to be in deep sleep.
Yes, but you are already in deep sleep, right? So you were desiring just before you went into deep sleep. But once you are in deep sleep, then you don't have any desire, and you're desireless. And if you are desireless, you will become very close to what scriptures call pure consciousness. And if you are in pure consciousness, that's the best time for devotional service, for bhakti, because you are very clean, you're very pure, material afflictions are not there. But we will discuss that as well. Chapter 6 will make a bit more clear on the topic of consciousness. But great question. Right. Now, okay, let me see if our role players are ready. So may I request Aryan, if you are ready. Great. Hare Krishna. Now is the time when I will stop sharing. So you should be able to see all of us. Spotlighted along with Aryan. Okay, Shivani, would you like to say something before we start?
Yes. So now we are going to meet. Sorry, just a second. Now we are going to meet a devotee who has been in the temple for a very long time, meeting a new devotee. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Aryan. So good to see you. I have been looking at you for a while now. You are so regular. Every Sunday you come to the temple and you are always there in the meditation of Lord. Such a great devotee you are. Very nice, very nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I'm going to the temple this often because I have GCSEs coming up in a few months, and I'm just praying that I get straight A's, not doing anything else.
All right, okay. Sorry, so let me get that clear. So you're coming to the temple every Sunday, so you can get straight A's in your GCSE, is that right?
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm coming just so that Krishna can bless me so I can actually pass the GCSE.
Haribo. So you come and you worship Krishna, and you're hoping you will get straight A's. Well, I give you blessings, and I'm sure Krishna will give you the blessings as well. You're a very nice devotee. Hare Krishna. I look forward to see you in the future. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So sometimes this is what happens. Now, Adi, you were asking the role plays. So this was the
What
role.
is a GCKCFC?
This is, do you know 11 plus?
No,
No. Do you know end of the year we have exams?
no,
Okay. Do you have any exams?
no.
Do you know that you play chess? In the chess, you have the competitions.
Yeah.
Great. So see, in the chess, imagine the junior London championship is happening. London junior London.
Yeah, that's actually true. That's
actually true, of course. Yes. That's the reason I picked up this topic, because I know you're a great chess player. Now, similarly, you have the contest and the competition for the chess. In this school, in academic years, when you will grow up, maybe few years later, you will have to give more exams, right? In your schools, you will start having exams. So a lot of kids, children in the schools, based on which level, which year you are in, you do different exams. So 11
What's an
plus-
ear? What's an ear?
was the year is your class. So for example, how old are you, if you remind me, please? 8?
Yeah, mate.
You're 8 years old. So you're in year 3 class.
No, year 4.
You're in year 4, of course. You have you're going to turn 9 very soon, right?
In August.
In August. Okay, not far, only 3 quarters left. Great. So yes, a lot of exams happen, and GCSE is another exam when you are in year 16. So you're in year 4, then when you will reach year 16, year 16, sorry, when you are 16 years old. So you're 8 years old. When you are 16 years old, around that time you do your GCSE. 16 or 16 years, yeah. So right, okay. Now see, this was the devotee. A lot of devotees, they come to the temple because they want something materially. But let's see if I haven't seen Aryan in the temple for a while. Okay, Shivani got the hand raised. Shivani, yes, please.
I'd like to make a comment that today's Sunday, so we go to the temple every Sunday, and in Krishna class we learned that you should pay your obeisances, but you shouldn't pay your obeisances because of a reason. Like that devotee, he only was doing the service because he wanted to pass the GCSEs, but you should just originally do devotion since it's good.
Right, I agree. But in this example, I saw Aryan few times, but I didn't see him for a while. Well, I don't know. He doesn't come to the temple anymore. So let me give him a call. Let me see how is it doing. Tring, 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 tring.
Tring, 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 tring.
Hare Krishna, Aryan. How are you doing?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Long time no see.
Haribol, yes. Well, I've been missing you. We all are missing you here in the temple. How are things going? How was your GCSE?
Oh, Krishna's mercy. I've passed the GCSEs now.
Haribol, and did you get your straight A's you were looking for?
Yeah, straight A's. I got everything. I passed. Thank you.
Haribol. Well, you're blessed. Krishna indeed blessed you. You were coming, of course. Krishna says in Bhagavad-Gītā that Krishna reciprocates. So whatever you like, Krishna always gives you. So when are you coming back to the temple? I'm looking forward to see you coming Sunday.
Prabhuji, I won't be coming now because I've passed the GCSEs. Now I'll be coming at A-level time in 2 years' time.
In 2 years' time for A-levels?
Yes,
Haribol. Haribol. Okay. Hare Krishna. I hope you will come before that. But if not, I will see you when A-levels will come around. Hare Krishna. So good to talk to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare
You take care. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Haribol. So, dear devotees, what do you think? What kind of devotion was that? Was that bhakti, full of
I have a
devotion? Adi, please.
How
Yes.
can you use a phone as your hand?
Well, you can pretend. This is what you do.
But Aaron was actually using a real phone.
Was he? I don't know. Maybe he's using my phone, and that's the reason I don't have my phone.
A gray phone.
A gray phone. Could be his own phone. Not sure. But if you think about it, this is what we call karma kanda, right? Because in karma kanda, we don't do anything really. There is no karma in it, right? So when Aryan was coming to the temple, he was worshipping to the Lord, and maybe he's just coming, he's bowing down, he's saying Krishna, he's just requesting Krishna. There's no action in that itself, right? And sometimes people do a lot of havan, fire sacrifices to get material.
What's a fire sacrifices?
Fire sacrifices when
Does it mean you have to just sacrifice your body?
not your body. You have a lot of other things which you sacrifice. Lord is so merciful. Krishna says in Bhagavad-Gītā,
Like what things?
Krishna says,
People?
Patram pushpam phalam toyam.
Like what things do they put in the fire?
You,
Not like people. Something else than people.
something else, then you can put. So fire is supposed to be the mouth of the Lord. So whatever you put in fire, Krishna accepts it, right? So you can
What about
offer the
water?
food. You
What about
offer the.
water? What part of the body is water?
What part of the body is water?
Fire is the mouth. What is water?
Fire of, okay, what is water? I'm not sure about it, because Krishna's body is transcendental. So all the senses could do all other parts. But the way we have blood, Krishna doesn't have blood. We have the water in our body. Krishna doesn't have water. Krishna doesn't.
What about-
We need,
But then you were talking about the fire. Why is he transparent? Fire is red, and you're saying he's white. So
did I say white? No. Krishna, you offer in the fire, and Krishna accepts
because
it.
being transparent is white, right?
Transparent. Oh well, okay. You're transparent. Is not white, but I get it. Why are you using the white and transparent? So, but it's not the transparency as such. In the Vedic culture, if you would like to, the way the process goes, when we offer something in the fire, it's accepted by the demigods, and it's accepted by the Lord, by the God. So we offer in the fire.
So
Right.
what is water?
There is no water in it.
Oh,
Right? So, but this is what we call, when we do sacrifices, we follow some practices, and the whole purpose of practices is because we want some material gains. For example, Aryan said he would like to get straight A's in GCSE, and that's the reason he is going to the temple, right? This is what we call Nishkam Karma. This is
what is grade A?
grade A is the best marks you can get in your school. So for example, for you will become the best chess player in the world.
Not in the world, but in my school right
In
now.
your school, yes, you will go different levels. So now what we will do, we will see the next phase. But this was the karma kanda, when we just do sacrifices or the worship to get something back. This is the karma kanda. Let's see the next one. Hare Krishna. Haribol. Okay, we're ready for the next one. Hare Krishna, Aryan.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So nice of you. I was just looking around that in this hall, all the devotees, they are having prasad, and after prasad, they feel to have a little bit of water, and you are standing here as a young boy offering water to everyone here. Such a nice boy you are. Lord will be so happy you are doing the devotional service for all. So nice.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I am trying to do it as hard as possible.
Hare Krishna. So what inspired you? What motivated you to take up this service of offering water to everyone?
Oh, my dad told me to do it. So I started to do it here because it was lots of pious activities. Maybe in the future I could bring it up that I served here at the temple.
Wow. Okay. So you are doing this to collect a lot of pious activities, good deeds.
Yes.
So the idea is that in future you can use the result of these pious activities.
Yes.
So that's why you are doing it. Your father explained this to you, that you will do good things, so good things will happen to you, and that's the reason you are doing it.
Yep. I've just been following him, and it was pious and everything like that. So yeah.
Okay, okay, great, great. Well, good to see you. And again, such a good deed you are doing. Thank you so much for offering water for everyone. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Arvind.
I have a question.
Hare Bol. Yes, please, Adi.
Why was there nothing on the spoon?
Well, there was water in the spoon. Maybe you were
No,
looking
I
for the
did.
water.
When I was looking closely, there was nothing on it.
No, remember, because it was a role play. When you do the role play, then you don't really need to have. You just pretend. So Aryan was there pretending to be a boy who was doing good things to
But
get
he is a
good.
boy.
Well, he's a boy. That was not the part he was pretending. The part he was pretending that he was offering the water. So in the temple, you offer. So today we went to the temple, and in the temple, young boys are there, young kids are there, and they are there on the stand where they offer water to all those devotees who come around. So you do a bit of
Only
volunteer.
boys, not girls.
Girls are also there. Depends whoever is available. So in the past, I have seen girls, but today I've noticed there was a boy there. Well, there were a couple of boys there. But yes,
Okay.
different children, they do different activities. But now, the very first one example we saw, that was Karma Kanda. The boy was not doing anything. Boy was just coming and worshipping and praying to Krishna. Krishna, please, I want straight A's in GCSE. But in this example, the boy was actually doing good things. The boy was offering water to all the devotees. However, he still wanted something good to happen. He had a desire that I'm doing good things, so good things will happen to me.
At a point, he said that I'm doing this because my dad said so.
Yes, my dad. Well,
So he's not. So he's not. He doesn't want to do it. His dad is forcing him to do it.
No.
So he doesn't have the heart, right, to do it.
Yeah. No, not that his dad is forcing him to do it. His dad explained him that if he will do good things, then good things will happen to you, right?
So he could have just did it by himself. Not even. Why did his dad have to tell him to do it?
Well, what happens sometimes, kids, they are naughty. Not everybody is like you, Adi. When the kids are naughty, then the parents, they use these kind of reasoning. Let's see, you need to pass in your exams, so you better go to temple. You know, you need to have good things happening to you, so you better do good things. But let's see the third example now. Remember, the first one was Karma Kand. Second was Karma Yoga, right? Where you're doing good things to get good things. But now see the third example, what happens here? And I can see Aryan is there. Hare Krishna, Aryan.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol, what a great hobby you have. I've always seen, whenever I've seen you, you're always there with a nice devotional book and you're always reading them. Such a great hobby you have.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I'm very inspired to read these books. And thanks to the grace of Srila Prabhupada, I've been following his steps.
Great, great. Hari Bol. So I just was curious to know what are the intentions behind it? What do you get out of it? Or what would you like to get out of these books?
Yeah, I'm just following. I'm wanting to spread Krishna consciousness. And if any other person asks why I'm doing such things, like if I'm chanting the beads, I can explain to them why, how, what's the meaning of it. And so I can actually explain and convince them why I'm doing such a thing. It's just all things I do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're reading all this. So whenever, if in case the argument will happen, that you can win over the argument.
No, not only that, just so it's just self-purification, really. So while I'm doing it towards.
Oh, right. Okay. Wow. That's good. That's good. Maybe that's why I have not seen you out doing any actions, but you are always engrossed in the books because you would like to understand and read and analyze better. Very nice, very nice. Good to meet you. I really appreciate that. Please keep reading. Thank you so much. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I have a question.
Yes, please, Adi.
At first, he was in a temple, and now he's in a library.
Yes.
How is that?
This is because he's doing the role play, you know?
So how did he the place he is in?
Yes.
How did it just go straight away?
Right. For example, Adi, when we look at you, we see Krishna and Radha at the background. We see
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mahamantra,
Yeah.
and we also see you wearing nice glasses. Have you gone back? So how come all these things happening? These things are happening by the mercy of Zoom, the virtual technology, right? So this is how he managed to do it. Aryan is as clever and as smart as you, Adi. So he has used.
And also, when I was looking at the book closely, he was on the wrong page. He was where the bookmark was.
Yes.
So is he actually reading? I'm a little bit confused.
He was reading, and when I asked him that why are you reading, so the whole idea for him to read is so he can gather a lot of knowledge, he can understand what he's doing, which is good. But
Are you okay?
I'm all right, thank you. Hare Krishna. The whole point for his reading is that he could defeat others if in case the argument will happen.
But why did he have to start the argument at the first place? I avoid them. Firstly,
Of course you do,
so
but different people are different. Different people perceive things
why
differently.
could he just not run away from the argument instead of
Oh,
with them
for
arguing?
example, you love to play chess. Why
Yeah.
don't you love to play cricket, hockey, football?
I can.
rugby?
I like learning new things.
Yes. So yes, but chess is one of those things which really attracts you. Similarly, different things attract different people. Now, for example, you have your camera open all the time. And if you see there are 11 people here, excluding you and me, there are 9 others, but they don't have their cameras on. So different people perceive things differently. And I would like to welcome and say Hare Krishna to those who have joined later. So we are doing role plays today. Hare Krishna, Devesh and Devika. So today we are doing role play where Aryan has played as a devotee who is following Karma Kand. Then he did the pious activities to get good deeds, good benefits, good future credit. And that's what we call Karma Yoga, when you do good karma to get good results. Then he just portrayed what we call Jnani. Jnani is someone who likes to have the knowledge, might not do a lot of things, will just go away from others, but read a lot, learn a lot, meditate a lot, analyze and overanalyze things a lot, try to understand, can do the debates and try to win over them as well. And there are many types of Jnanis also. But this is one of those where Krishna explains. But now we will see another.
On that,
Yes.
it's also very funny, the role play.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, maybe the next time we will have you. But one role play is still left. Let's have that now. Okay, so we have another devotee with us. And let's have the role play with her. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear Shivani. Oh,
Prabhuji,
what are you doing?
I'm making a garden for Prabhupada ji and Krishna.
Hari bol, very nice. Oh, so I think is GCSE exams are near?
No, Prabhuji.
Oh, because I met another boy who was doing worship for GCSE exams. He got straight A's, so I thought you might be doing the same. Ah, okay. Oh, I understood. I understood. You are doing it maybe because your dad or mom asked you to do the pious activities, to do the good deeds, so the good results will come in the future. That's why you are doing it.
Oh, no, Prabhuji. I'm doing it for service.
Oh, okay, okay. Or maybe you are doing it so you can make the best garland and you can defeat everyone.
No, Prabhuji. I'm not doing that.
Oh, so why are you doing it? What's the reason behind it?
I'm doing it since I love making garlands for Krishna. Plus, this is a service for Krishna.
Hari bol. Okay, so you're doing it. So you have this skill making garlands, and you're utilizing those skills in the service of Krishna. So when we go to the temple, in the temple, the Lord deities, they are wearing beautiful garlands. So devotees like yourself, without expecting anything in return, without thinking that you're doing the good deeds and you want good results back, you are just doing it as a service for Krishna, just as the expression of gratitude, because Krishna has given you so much. Is that what you are saying?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hari bol, Hare Krishna. Such a pleasure to hear from you. Otherwise, I was thinking there are different types of, some devotees are karma kandi, they are doing things, they are doing the worship because they want material benefits. And there are others who are karma yogi, they are doing the actions, good deeds, because they want the good actions, good results to be happen to them. And then I have met others also who would like to do the learning so much. They want to read and learn and understand so they can give all the replies, all the answers. They defeat anyone in all the kind of arguments. I'm so glad I've seen you. I have met you who is doing such a nice devotional service without expecting anything, just the expression of gratitude. Could you please help me? Because a lot of time children think that what we can do. So of course we have already seen you that children like you can make garlands. What else children of your age could do, please?
Prabhuji, there are lots of things children can do. They can join the Krishna club and learn there. They can also serve water to everybody who has food. They can also take part in other things in the temple which are going on. And you can also distribute food and books.
Wow. And sometimes different devotees, they have different skills. For example, somebody is learning guitar. How we can use those skills in Krishna service, guitar, piano, music?
You can use them very nicely. You can make the Ma mantra. You can play the Ma mantra on the guitar and play a kirtan in the temple. On the piano, you can play the Tulsi Maharani Aarti.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. I have seen some kids, they were playing Tulsi Aarti and Narsimha Dev's Aarti on guitar. And there was another boy who was playing the flute. There was another one who was on mouth organ. And different devotees, they have different music skills and they utilize all of them in service of Krishna. Hari bol. And I have also seen, I've seen you in the past, you were doing some paintings.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. But you're saying that you're doing all that, but you don't want anything in return.
No, Prabhuji.
You're just doing this as a service.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Shivani. Such a pleasure to meet a devotee like you. Hare Krishna. May God bless you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Bol. So, dear devotees, as we can see,
I have another
yes, please,
question.
Adi, go for it. Yes.
Why was the background not in a garden full of flowers? It was like in a wall.
Yes, because what happens in devotees go out and get the flowers and the leaves. They bring it inside the temple and sit in the temple and then do.
No, but it wasn't in the temple. It wasn't in the garden. It was in a wall, like a garage, something like that.
Okay, no, I think what it was that you could see the wall behind, but there was a not well. Obviously, she had the garland in her hand, and where the temple, especially today in the morning and Sundays, there are a lot of Matajis there, and they sit together and they do the garlands. And it's like one of the corner in the temple, they have their table set up. Nobody come, nobody disturbs, because we don't want a lot of, because it's going to straight to the temple, straight to the deities, straight to the Lord. So it should be pure, not much interference coming. So that's why it's in the corner at some place. And I think that's what she wanted to portray.
And were the flowers real?
Here, what Shivani showed, none of the flowers were real. I guess the one she's wearing at the moment, that's plastic. But did you get the essence of it? That
Yeah.
do you think that out of all 4 role play, do you think this was the best one?
Yeah,
Why do you think so?
it's because this was very funny.
This was very funny. Okay.
The funniest.
This was the funniest. Nice. Shivani would be happy. Thank you. But this was also the best. And let me share that back again. So I'm sharing it now. So if you think, and if you can see on, let me get the marking right. So if you can see here, hopefully you can see on the slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, if you see, so this Mataji, she's cooking. And while she's cooking, she's thinking of Krishna. What she's thinking, that I'm going to cook this food, this prasad for Krishna, right?
Why did she just say Krishna 2 times? Not Hare Krishna Mahamantra, just Krishna Krishna.
Because there is not enough space for the whole Mahamantra. That's why. And then this Prabhuji is also doing, I think he's about to do the Aarti. And see this Mataji there, she's cleaning there. And she's thinking, I'm cleaning it for Krishna. Krishna's temple should be very clean. Similarly, when we clean in the house, we should always keep our room clean, right? So, and see.
Oh, I think I know why we should keep our room clean. Krishna might come in our room, maybe.
Well, I was about to say that. Yes, Krishna might come to. And devotee like yourself, Adi, definitely Krishna would come to you. And Krishna has made you so curious. And that's the reason you are asking. Krishna says in chapter 15, verse 15, Sarvasya chaham hirde sanna.
This is actually my room. Wait, let me just remove my background.
Very nice. So if you see here, these 2 devotees, they are discussing about Krishna. They are not discussing the Bollywood music or the latest cricket match or football match. They are discussing about Krishna.
This is actually my room.
Thank you, Adi. Very nice room. Very nice room. Now, if you see this mother, she's telling stories to her baby, and she's telling all the Krishna stories. So this way, we can keep ourselves Krishna conscious all the time. All the time. There are many more examples we shall discuss. But I think we have reached to the end of today's session. I hope you liked the role plays we did. Role plays help us to remember things and to clarify things. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at any time, or otherwise, if not during the week, I will see you next Sunday, 6 p.m. UK time, and we will get more into detail of Karma Kanda, Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. But this is the essence of chapter 2, which is the essence of Bhagavad-Gītā. So we will continue where we have left. With that, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Namaste. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Meher. Hare Krishna, Jai. All the blessings for you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Namaste.
Krishna, Adi.
Namaste.
The role play was good.
The role is amazing.